In the late fall of 1954, the U.S. Navy icebreaker Atka was leaving Boston Harbor for Antarctica, the frozen continent at the southern extremity of the world. Its mission was to prepare the way for Antarctic studies beginning in 1957, when 36 nations will join in a program of simultaneous scientific research in many parts of the globe. For a journey to the Antarctic wasteland, a ship must be well supplied with all the necessities of life, a variety of scientific equipment, and means of land and air transport. The crew of 285 men hears some last words of advice from Rear Admiral Richard Byrd. In 1929, he was the first man to fly over the South Pole and has remained a prominent leader in Antarctic exploration. And now the ship is ready for the great adventure. Heading south, she will sail through the Panama Canal, cross the Pacific to New Zealand, and then on to the Antarctic. Over the centuries, man has explored and largely settled the Earth. Australia, Asia, Europe, Africa, the Americas. Those are the continents known to man. But to the south of all our countries, there is a land unknown and uninhabited, Antarctica, a continent of ice rising out of the sea, with some of the world's mightiest mountains and glaciers, a continent larger than the whole of Europe. Here is where many Antarctic expeditions have landed in the past, 850 miles from the South Pole, which is the very bottom of our world. To reach the Antarctic, their ships sailed through some of the world's stormiest seas. These are films of previous expeditions that have gone to explore Antarctica. Its ocean currents, its land and glacial formations, its weather, its atmospheric and magnetic phenomena, and many other scientific aspects of South Polar life. They met with haze and fogs and drift ice, segments of the Antarctic ice cap that have broken off and are being driven by wind and tide to melt in warmer seas. The ice gets thicker. It takes a sturdy ship to break through. Here many a vessel has been crushed and mangled in a flash freeze, when the ice alternately thaws and freezes like snapping jaws. Appearing now are ghostly icebergs sculptured by the winds. They reach enormous depths. Only 1/8 of an iceberg shows on the surface. Some of them are so huge, even up to 100 miles in length, that at first sight it's hard to tell whether they're icebergs or part of the Antarctic coastline. Basking in the sun, a few seals drift along against a background of towering icy ramparts. Killer whales make their home in these waters. In looking for a landing site, previous expeditions found a broad indentation in the coastal ramparts. It is known as the Ross Sea, a vast bay of frozen water. Here, several U.S. expeditions set up different camps and scientific research centers. The Antarctic itself has no vegetation, no timber, in fact, nothing at all that is useful to human existence. Everything must be brought by ship. It was near this campsite that Roald Amundsen, the Norwegian explorer, set out in 1911 to become the first man to reach the South Pole. He went by dog sledge. Blocks are sawed out of the ice and piled around the buildings to provide insulation against the cold. Ice blocks are also melted into drinking water. Over 1 million years ago, the Antarctic was a green forested land teeming with animal life. As the Ice Age descended, the penguin was the only land animal able to survive. It cannot fly, nor can it swim for great distances. Penguins love to travel, like bands of tourists, just looking at the countryside. They will dive, then shoot right out of the water. A few seals are captured, tagged with identifying data, and then released. The tags will help later expeditions trace the pattern of seal migrations. It was from this camp that several expeditions carried on explorations of a large area known as Little America. The camp was built as an underground center of research in all phases of Antarctic life: navigation, astronomic and atmospheric phenomena, and also mineralogy and geological history. Scientists charted Antarctic landmarks, made soundings probing the depth of the ice cap. They recorded a mass of scientific data. Doctors found that in the dry air of Antarctica, free of dust or insects, humans do not contract infectious disease carried by germs. Human health is excellent as long as there is adequate protection against cold weather. Much of the hard work of exploring the Antarctic interior is done by dog sled. The huskies are invaluable in this treacherous icy wilderness, cracked through with deep crevasses that have spelled doom for many an explorer. Howling blizzards sweep down from the pole for weeks on end. The blinding winds have driven some explorers to madness. They obscure every landmark. The sun brings back the Antarctic wasteland in all its icy splendor. Optical illusions are quite common here. Mountains hundreds of miles away may actually seem near. Aviation has played a dramatic part in South Polar exploration. Aerial map photography has revealed more than 1.5 million square miles of Antarctica, where mountain peaks reach up to 16,000 feet. Men of many nations share in this epic search for a continent, still 2/3 unknown. Beyond those mountains, on a snowy plain 8,000 feet high, lies the South Pole, reached only 4 times by man. Forever the symbol of his courage as he probes into the remaining mysteries of the planet Earth.